Hi you guys, welcome to another episode of Another Fat Guy Cooks. Today we are doing Brett Erickson's Crime and Nourishment episode. Now, I've done it a little bit differently this time. I've set it up so that there's a separate episode which is like a vodcast, which is me and Brett talking about the food and other stuff, blah blah blah, which is kind of like a companion episode to this one. So if you've not watched or listened to that yet, the link's in the description. Go back and listen to that. That will give you all the backstory and you'll know what we're going to be cooking today and why. And for those people who can't be bothered to do that, you'll see what we're going to make anyway. So it really doesn't make any fucking difference. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the mozzarella sticks because they need to be frozen before they're deep fried. So we're just going to make those now and then freeze them and then they can be ready for later. Okay? So, believe it or not, the first thing you need with mozzarella sticks is mozzarella cheese, and you want to go for the stuff that's not in water, that's just like a block, like this one. As you can see, big block of mozzarella. So I'm going to tidy the edges up slightly, just to make it a little bit easier. And then I'm going to cut myself a nice slab like so. And then if we do these in half like this, there we go. That gives us kind of like mozzarella stick sized nuggets. So we'll try that again. So we've got a few decent mozzarella stick chunks there. Okay, so we need flour, breadcrumbs, egg, a bit of flour, and we're making these super basic. You can get really sort of complicated and start messing with this if you want. I am not going to do that. And we need an egg, and we need something to put them on when they're battered so that they can go in the freezer and set, so that when we deep fry them the cheese is hard, so it doesn't melt too quickly and thus gush all of its cheese goodness into the deep fat fryer. Okay, so beat our egg up a little bit. So we're going to do wet hand, dry hand, or I'm going to try, but I always fail at this. So we're going to get our mozzarella stick and we're going to flour it. Okay, and then we're going to egg it. And we're going to go wet hand with the egg. And then we're going to go into here. And we're going to coat the ever-loving fuck out of it. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go egg again, and then we're going to coat it again. Okay? And then on the tray. Yeah, and then we're going to do that for all of them. Okay. We have 4 mozzarella sticks, that'll do. And they are going to go in the freezer for about 2 hours, and then we can fry them. Next. Okay, another thing we're going to do, nice and quick and easy, and we're going to kind of do it the cheating way, because we've got a lot to do, so I'm just going to get this ready now, is we're just going to make a really quick and simple marinara. And we're going to do it the super easy way, which is olive oil that has frozen olive oil. Slightly less frozen olive oil. Decent amount of that. We're going to use a load of garlic paste instead of proper garlic, because I'm just being lazy. Half a tube, nice and garlicky. Tin of tomatoes. Load of black pepper. And good old pinch of salt. And we're just going to let that get to know each other and mix up until it's all combined. Little taste test. Lovely. We're going to heat that through, let it simmer for a bit. And then we have a marinara. I mean, it's basic as fuck, but it'll do as a dipping sauce, yeah? We're also going to throw a bit of spice in there as well, because everything's better with a bit of spice. Okay, Okay, we are also going to prepare our roast beef. So we've got a beautiful top side joint here that is absolutely ready to go. A nice little fat cap on top as well. So what we're going to do is, in a bowl, we're going to get some olive oil, and we are going to crumble in a couple of OXO cubes, which are just like stock cubes, just condensed beef taste. We're going to get a couple of these and we're going to smoosh them into bits into our olive oil to make like a paste. And then we're just going to get in with our hands, crumble that all up and make it into like a nice slurry. And then what we need is some vegetables. I'm just going to do carrots and onions, keep it simple, because you know, I like Brett, but not enough to try really hard. So we're going to get our onion and we are going to halve him and get all of the crap off him. Some carrots. And what we're going to do is we're going to build up a bed for our roast to go on. So again, we're going to throw a load of olive oil down in the pan, and then we're going to get our onions. We're just going to use those to get that all over the place. A couple of onions, get a couple of really big beefy carrots. Let's leave all the stuff on, we're not fancy. And these are basically just like to perfume the meat as it cooks. So we're going to kind of arrange all these in a way that we can kind of like stick our meat on top of it. Something, you know, I don't know, we'll figure it out. And then we're going to get a nice bushel of thyme. Spread that on the bottom too. And some rosemary as well, because I like a bit of rosemary and I'm going to be the one fucking eating all this, so I can deal with it. And then we want a fat cap on the top, so we want to perch it so it's stood up like so, with all of our veg underneath and keeping it off the ground. And then we're going to tent it with some foil. So now that's tented, oh shit, I forgot to do, god damn it. Before you tent it, you want to get your slurry that you've made out of your stock cube, and you're going to cover the top of the fat cap with that and just rub that in, and then that will just add a load more nice beefy flavour to everything, and it'll help get your gravy started as well. Okay, now this is going to go in the oven for, fuck, how does it work again? I think this is about 1.2 kilograms, so if I remember correctly that is about an hour. I did it on a website where you go and you put in the kilograms and then it tells you how long to cook it for, and we're going to do this rare. So what I'm going to do is put it in for about 50 minutes and then I'm going to check it and then untent it and let it go for another 10 just to get some sort of crunch up on the top, and we're going to put this in at about 200 degrees. Okay? Or if any of that's wrong, I'll put underneath what's right. We need to make a Yorkshire pudding, which we're going to do in the air fryer. We need to do our mashed potatoes, which we're also going to do in... You know what? I've made mashed potatoes a fucking 100 times on here. I'm just going to do the mashed potatoes, yeah? But I'm going to do it off camera because I can't fucking be bothered. So, mashed potatoes you will see in a bit. Yeah. Okay, so it's about 2 hours until we're going to get Brett on the line, so we're still doing a bit of prep. We've got our mott sticks out of the freezer. Now, I've never actually tried these before, so this could go horribly, horribly wrong. So we'll see. We're getting our oil up to temperature, about 350 Fahrenheit. While that's happening, we are going to just make our batter for the Yorkshire puddings, because it's quite nice just to let that sit for a few hours before you use it. Helps everything just sort of like knit together a bit better, makes a nicer Yorkshire pudding. So we're going to do 200 millilitres of milk. We need 140 of flour, just plain flour, 140 grams, and 4 eggs. This is enough to make more than we need. And then we just need to whisk that together, and we're just gonna whisk all this together. And it should make a really nice, thick, glossy batter, as you can see. I'm just gonna let that chill out for about an hour, 2 hours, until we're ready to make the Yorkshire. Right, what else are we doing? Frying, yes, right. So we're gonna try these one at a time, because I've got no idea how this is gonna work. So we're going to take the ugliest one, because then if it goes wrong, it's not the end of the world. So, ugliest one into oil. And we're just going to do them one at a time and see how they go. What we're trying to avoid is cheese leakage. So we want it to be nice and golden brown and done on the outside, and we want the cheese to have melted, but we don't want the cheese to start like bubbling, leaking out. So we'll see how this goes. I think we're starting to see some cheese leakage, so I think that's about done. I mean, they look great. Look at that guy. But is he defrosted all the way through is the question. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to partially cook them and then maybe finish them off, like double fry them. Maybe. Can you think of a better way of spending your Wednesday night? And we've still got the mac and cheese to do. I've not forgot about that. Starting to get a little bit of cheese seepage, but pretty good, I think. Should we try one just to see? Let's do this one. Okay, right. So our cheese is still very much frozen. Okay, now we know. So these need to go in for quite a lot longer. I think maybe what we'll do is we'll just give those a quick blast in the air fryer before they go out. Tasty though. A bit of marinara. Okay. So we have our Velveeta shells and cheese, which I ordered 2 of so I could try one before today, and oh my god, it's fucking, like, it's good, but it's so dirty. Instead of like it coming with like a powder like you normally get with mac, you'll see later, but it comes with like a squeezy satchel of just like liquid yellow poison, and it's so good. Okay, so we're getting close to go time, so we need to start getting the final few things ready. Now, what we're going to do is get the mac and cheese going. So we need to get the macaroni of the mac and cheese, the pasta part. We need to get that boiling. Although it takes 10 minutes. Yeah, we can keep that warm though. So we'll get that going. So Velveeta mac and cheese is loads of these little pasta shells, tiny little things. So we're just going to dump those in about 3 cups of boiling water. And they're going to go for about 10 minutes. And then this is our pack of squidgy squidge, which is basically like melted, you know, cheese slices that you get in burgers. It's that, just a big pack of it. It's disgusting, but also really good. Okay, right. Yorkshire pudding. So what we've got is this guy here. I want to do it in the air fryer so I can kind of show you what's going on. With some oil in the bottom, yeah? So it's this just with a bit of olive oil, with a bit of vegetable oil in the bottom, and we're just going to run that around so it's all non-sticky, yeah? Okay, we're going to put this on for... We're going to put this on air fry for about 10 minutes so that the pan and the inside of this and the oil and everything gets really fucking hot. Now it's on 220 at the moment. We want to ramp that up to 210. Sorry, it was on 200. We want to make that up to 210. Okay, our pasta shells are about there. So we're just going to lose a little bit of this water. And then we are going to add in our Velveeta cheese mix, which is not disgusting at all. You ready? This is American cheese, by the way, if you've never seen it. And then obviously, last bit just for me. Look at that. So then, we take a spoon and we just mix that up. And do you know what that makes? That makes mac and cheese. Believe it or not. And there we go. Mac and cheese. And you wouldn't believe that it's actually really fucking good. How are you doing? 11:43. Okay. So, this is all nice and red hot in here now. So we're going to get our batter mix and we're going to pour enough in just to cover the bottom of it. Like so. We're going to close the lid and then that's going to go for another 10 minutes and we'll see what we get. Hoping we get a nice big round Yorkshire pudding that we can use to fill full of all our stuff and it'll be delicious, but we'll see. That's a secret, I'm not allowed to see that yet. We don't open this for at least 10 minutes. Because if you disturb a Yorkshire pudding during its cooking process, you collapse the wave function. So once it becomes observed, it doesn't exist in a like good or a bad state anymore. It has to choose a superposition, and usually when it has to choose a superposition, that superposition is to be shit. So we don't look at Schrodinger's Yorkshire. That makes sense? One thing that we're going to have to do is refrain from telling Brett that we hate him, like instantly, because it might ruin the whole thing. But, Jesus Christ. I think this is the most that I've done for an episode so far. So thanks, Brett. Should we slice some? I tell you what, let's slice some of the beef and get that ready while we wait, because that will stop us getting distracted. So, take a look at this bad boy. How good does he look? Let's see if this is actually well cooked or not. There we go. There is our roast beef, nice and pink in the middle. Maybe a tiny bit more done than I would like, but not bad. That's looking good. Looking good. Right. We need to drain off our sauce to make a gravy. There we go. So, let's have a look at our Yorkshire pudding and see how we did. Now, looks good. Oh, look at him. Okay, so he is good. We also need to make a bit of a slurry. So we need a little bit of corn flour. Oh, there's made a nice look. With a little bit of water. And we just need to whisk that together. So when we add that to a gravy, it will thicken it. We're also going to throw in a little condensed stock potty boy, just to add a little bit more flavour to our gravy. Put this in here. And we'll make our gravy in here. Kind of like to boil that down though. Let's do, how do we do this? We can do it with the wok. Throw our gravy in there. And then we can just heat that through. Brett, welcome back.
Hey, buddy. Cheers.
Right, so first off, the cheers. I have glass, I have ice, I have some spiced tomato mix.
Okay, there you go.
And vodka, so like I want like a good double, right?
Yo, definitely. It's your last bloody, friend.
Whew. And then I'm gonna make this a little bit slapdash, but and then I tried this stuff before. It's actually pretty well mixed already. It's got like the hot sauce and stuff in it and everything. So find a good one of these. On the leafy boy. Yeah.
Have you ever used all the celery that came in a pack of celery?
Nope. We have 3 olives. And then cheers.
There it is. I love it. Hell yeah. There's nothing better.
And then we also have, I don't know how well you can see this.
Mozz sticks?
Yeah,
oh,
mozz
that looks
sticks
delicious, dude.
in marinara. You'll see it better on the proper video when it all comes out and stuff. But
all right, so, that looks fantastic.
I'm going to start with these because I had no idea how to make these.
Well, congratulations then, because I feel like this might be something that will be a regular hack oddity staple going forward.
I've had them loads of times, but never made them because I was terrified of the mozzarella melting. So you have to freeze them for 2 hours after you've made them, and then it doesn't melt when you deep fry them.
I see.
So, mozz sticks.
Fucking A, man.
Right. Now the fun part.
Here we go.
This is a pretty big Yorkshire pudding.
That's impressive, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing there.
Now, I have actually made another one, but it seems to have turned into a bit of an alien. So I think we'll skip.
Oh my God.
I think we'll skip out on that one. So, in our Yorkshire pudding, we've got some fresh mashed potato.
Uh-huh.
So a nice big scoop of that in our mash, in our Yorkshire, yeah.
Oh, see, now look, now I'm learning things. It's a shame that I'm going to be executed in just a few minutes because I didn't know. We never mixed. We never put our mashed potatoes onto our Yorkshire pudding.
I would make one of these the size of the plate and then put everything inside it.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah. Now, we also have, you will probably recognize.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
There it is.
That's what I'm talking about.
So we're going to load that up next to the mashed potato.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Nice.
You might as well just put the mozz sticks in there too at this point, brother.
Day-glow orange cheese. We also have...
Oh, fucking look at that, man. That is a thing of beauty, my friend.
We have our roast beef. So
dude, that looks really good.
We'll throw a couple of good slices of that on the side. What am I forgetting? Am I forgetting anything? Gravy.
Gravy.
We have gravy, which I've made in a wok because I ran out of pans.
Oh, fucking A, dude.
I'm not going to go too crazy with the gravy. I feel like there was something else.
I
don't see the reason why we couldn't throw on a couple of these carrots. Just so sort of the pretense of a vegetable.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, look, it's my last meal. I'm not going to eat the fucking carrots, but they can go on the plate.
Yeah. Right. Jesus Christ. Right. Well, I've already tried the mozz stick, so I suppose I should dig into this guy.
Look at that, man. See, here's the thing, Hack. I'll bet you some of these people you've had on here have tried to make you make something weird or gross or, you know. But if you put my last meal up against anybody else's actual last meal, as far as how much you would actually enjoy it in a I would actually really pick this as a last meal category. I think I've done pretty fucking well right there. Look at that.
Pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah, and that's also you don't even have to be your last meal. That would also be a really stellar hangover.
Oh man, well, my plan is now to eat a few bites of this on camera, go inside, get high as fuck, and then eat the rest of it.
Hell yeah. Right on.
And a carrot, why not?
Yeah, I guess. I'm telling you, I love this idea of the mashed potatoes and the macaroni right inside the Yorkshire. I would have slathered gravy all over that and kept my macaroni on the side because my Yorkshire's got to have gravy on it.
I see. Yeah,
but
yeah, you could do it that way around.
But that's that's just minor.
Well, the thing is, in England, we don't really have on the side.
Yeah.
Like we don't like. I've noticed it's a huge thing in the States where you're like, I'm gonna have my breakfast. I'll have pancakes on the side. I'll have a side of sliced cheese. I'll have a side of, in England, you just order a meal. It all comes on one plate, and you just eat it like a grown-up.
Really? So you're eating all of your food mixing all of your food into a bowl and eating it from a bowl-like device is the way a grown-up would eat.
The culinary argument is that if it can't be on the same plate together, it shouldn't be in the same meal together.
Well, I don't mind. Look, I'm just trying to keep gravy out of my macaroni and cheese.
Well, that's why
anybody who tells me that if they consider themselves a food expert and they're going to tell me that I can't have gravy and macaroni and cheese at the same meal, I say challenge accepted.
Okay, so you're as an American, you'll probably understand this concept. If you need to keep your gravy out of your mac and cheese, what you need to do is build a wall.
Oh yeah,
build
definitely.
A wall.
Definitely build it. I can get behind a wall like that.
So what we're thinking is long Yorkshire pudding down the centre.
Yeah.
Gravy one
Big high
side.
stack of Yorkshire pudding, mashed potatoes on one side. Look, you want to keep your potatoes on one side, your macaronis on the other side. They've never mixed well.
No.
It's best to keep them separated.
Man. Well, look, thank you very much for coming on the show, man. I really appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun.
It's been my pleasure.
Plug the things that you want to plug.
All right. Hey, look for me on YouTube on Wednesday nights on the William Montgomery show. And also Issues with Andy is on YouTube as well. So check those two things out. We have fun on both of those things. And then if any of you cocksuckers ever end up in Austin, Texas, look me up and we'll go have some barbecue and a beer.
Absolutely. Well, I'll be there in October, hopefully, and we can do just that.
Hell yeah. Right on.
Right,
dude.
I'm going to wrap this up and I'm going to go and smoke a big fucking joint that I rolled 3 hours ago when I started doing this. And I'm going to go
Right
and
on,
devour
man.
this plate.
Thank you a lot, Hack. That was a lot of fun. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man. You too.
You
I'll
well.
speak to you soon.
Later.
Yeah, man. All right, guys, that's it. Another Fat Guy's just cooked. Big thank you to Brett Erickson. I've been Andy Baker. This has been a fucking nightmare. I'll see you guys next time. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. Bye. Holy shit. Right.
Another fat guy cooks.